Alright everyone, back for game number 1 on the draw with a clear mulligan, and now keep. Keeping this on top because we have the Outrider that we're going to want to cast. Right, we have our 2-drop, 3-drop, and 4-drop all set up. I kind of like Pacification Array. I'm so bad at pronouncing things. I actually don't think the card is that bad. Okay, I didn't want to draw a 5th land, although I guess we have some use for it. I just don't really want to draw a 6th, which is why we're playing 16. But then again, we did mulligan, so, we kind of get what, we kind of have to lay in our bed a little bit. We're not going to be able to out-aggro him this game, though, so we're going to have to rely on our cards, being better than his and being able to play around some stuff, or him, flooding or something, which is probably not going to happen at this point. So, he plays another first striker, and what do we get to do here? There's some part of me that thinks we Hungry Flames the Gear Shift Ace, get in with this, and then play an Outrider next turn. I think that's just correct, especially because he can't do anything with the turret, and he played a 2-drop, so, he doesn't have a 3-drop. Hope maybe he has a 4-drop, I don't know. But if he just has 2 drops, it's not going to be that good for him. Alright, well, we're going to get to play an Outrider here with the counter on it, but he did not use his pacification. I'm so bad at English. It's a little unreal how bad I am at English, to be fair. Alright. Going to play a Peema Outrider. Putting the counter on it, of course, so that it gets around the 3-1. Also, this makes it better if I draw a Rishkar or something like that. So he's going to start using the Pacification Array, which I think is a fine card. It's definitely better than I originally thought it was going to be. Also, wish I had the Hungry Flames, but what can you do? At least he can't use the Array this turn. That's pretty good for us. That means we can attack with the Peema Outrider. Alright, he's getting in fine. Maybe I can attack with both even, because he's not going to block. He's going to be, very timid about it. Alright, I mean, we're going to try to kill him here. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but if this is all he has, then he's going to kill us in 2 turns, and we can kill... Interesting move. Interesting move. We're just going to go to combat, obviously. Alright, pretty happy to attack with a Trampler and a Grubs, and put energy on both of them, I think. So again, the reason I'm happy to do this is because I have a Scrounging Bandar I can play, or I can play a Sweatworks Brawler. Right, so if he blocks like this and this, then I just get 3 damage in. And then I just get to play a Brawler this turn. And now I'm feeling pretty good here. He does have 2 cards in hand. There is some stuff he can do, but he's stuck on green mana, so maybe he has a 2 Cast and Cast green card in his hand or something like that. Not exactly sure. So this whole dynamic of playing 1-game matches is super weird, but apparently I won the match. So on to match number 2. See what we can do here. So this is my 4 losses. That's my wins history. Alright, going to try to locate another opponent here. Alright, so it's up here. Wins needed 7, losses allowed 4. So I need 7 wins before I get 4 losses. So that's the equivalent of going 3-2 a little bit, right? So if you go 3-2, which is a little better than 500, you get you basically get this draft for free. Alright, I like this plan. I don't know how good this plan is, but I definitely like it. Everyone, so before we jump into game number 3, I just want to show you game number 2, as this is kind of how it went. I mulliganed, and then I kept on top, knowing that I could go Aether Chaser into Built to Smash into Sweatworks Brawler. Basically what happened is there was an issue with my computer, so I'm sorry, but so I'm just replaying this game for you. Hopefully it's okay. So here I play an Aether Chaser, make a guy able to make a Sweatworks Brawler, and from here just really bad news bears for my opponent, right? Like, I mean, they're in a lot of trouble. I have 2 very good removal spells in my hand, one which I can cast. He can't block this turn either, so I just get to play a Welder Automaton and smash for 6, putting him to 12. I obviously could have used a Build-A-Smash here, but there's just really no reason to. He plays the 3-1 Flyer, and now things get a little interesting. By that I mean I'm not going to Hungry Flames the Flyer, right? So I'm basically going to use one of the 3 removal spells I can cast in my hand depending on what he does. He ends up blocking the Chaser, and because of that I just shock it. Because Hungry Flames I can use later, or no, I ended up Hungry Flames, sorry, because Shock and Build-A-Smash I can use later, and because the first strike gets rid of it, it does 2 to him, etc., and that is the game. Now moving on to game number 3. Alright everyone, so we are here on the draw with a keep. I mean, this might be the greatest hand everyone's ever drawn, except for the fact that we currently can't... okay. Well, this quickly became not the greatest hand ever drawn, because now we can't do anything with Renegade Freighter. But, I wonder if we just shock the bird here. Yeah, I think we probably do. We don't really want to have to deal with the bird. Alright, well now we at least have something to do with all of our mana. So that's promising. I'm gonna have to fix some settings on my OBS, because things keep happening to this recording and I kind of have to get it out quickly. So going to have to do that. Just going to attack, play a Freighter, and then hopefully next turn we'll draw a creature. Again, the way these leagues work is very weird. I don't really know how they pair them yet either. I haven't figured that out. So I don't know, like, if we're always getting paired against people with our same, our same record. I think that'd be too hard for them to do, but I'm not exactly sure. All right, so if we draw a creature next turn, any creature will be able to crew the Renegade Freighter and get in. We then have Wayward Giant the turn after that. We also have a High Spire Infusion, so we can get through pretty much anything, including this Aether Inspector. Alright, so we get a Brawler. We're going to Brawl, not using any of the Improvise, of course, because we're then going to use it to crew the Freighter. And I think we leave Kari Zev back. The reason I think we leave her back is just because she can block all the things on the board. And I don't really need to get in for 1 right now. I also have High Spire Infusion and Wayward Giant, so I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to go bigger than the white deck. And look, if he wants to attack with Aether Inspector, that's fine. He'll just get in for 2 and make a guy. I'm not really concerned about that. Like, if this is what he wants to do, that's fine. I'm going to block because there's, like, no reason not to block, really. Like, if he has a trick, I guess he has a trick. If not, I'm just saving 2 life, which could definitely matter. So this is where things get a little interesting. All right. So there are some questions, right? I want to play Wayward Giant. But what I could see being possible is I could see getting Renegade Freighter up with Sweatworks Brawler, attacking, seeing his blocks that have High Spire Infusion at the ready. It actually might make the most sense, theoretically. Alright, let's go. This is what I'm doing. So the normal plan is, of course, to play Wayward, like, what I think the more obvious play is to play Wayward Giant and then figure it out from there. But this play gives us a little versatility. So so basically what I was worried about was him playing like a Deft Dismissal or something. But I'm all of a sudden not worried about that anymore. I get to play High Spire Infusion and Scrounging Bandar and get in for 1,000,000. Right, this is doing 6 more on top of the 2 from here. And I think I just play a Bandar. I mean, even if he has like a Fumigate, then he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 life. And so he's going to go to 8, and then I'm just going to play Wayward Giant and attack, and everything's going to be fine. So I'm not even that concerned about Fumigate here. Just not a concern. Gonna use the Bandar to get the train up and going next turn. This does smell like a Fumigate for what it's worth. Not a Fumigate, alright. Do I want to do that? Actually, yeah, I can do both here. Because then I can play the Wayward Giant and get the Renegade Freighter up that way. There's no Mana Tithe in this set, so I don't have to be worried about that, luckily. Alright, up we go. And we're going to try to get in here. I think he's dead because we have so much Menace and Trample here. But if he has a... yeah, okay. Alright, that was game number 3. On to game number 4. See you then.